This is my Porsche 981 Cayman S, and today we're going to be trying to make it one of, if not the loudest Porsche 981 Caymans in the world. Now, the way that we're going to be making this the loudest Porsche Cayman in the world is by installing a Samsung microwave. Huh? Surprisingly, this has a titanium valved exhaust from the guys over at Ninemeister. Now, I'm very particular on the way I want this car to sound. I want it to sound high pitched. I want it to scream. And I've been shopping around for months and months and months to find the perfect exhaust. And I think with Ninemeister's help, I've found it. Now, I already have FabSpeed race headers on the car. That's been installed now for about a year. Now, I'll start it up in a second to show you guys what it sounds like currently, but let's open up this box and let's get out this titanium exhaust. I'm so excited to see this. All right, let's get this stuff out then. All the valve controllers and everything in here to turn the valves on and off. We've got all new gaskets, all new bolts. We've got the vacuum tubing, which is what opens and closes the valve. And now the exciting bit. Take a look at this piece. That looks insane. Look at the welding around that. That's an unbelievable finish. Oh, the second piece is out. Look at that. That's mental. Look at this piece. The Ninemeister engraved there. And look at the, yeah, you've got the valve that opens and shuts there. I've never seen this system paired with FabSpeed race headers anywhere. I think this is a world's first. Let's get this up on the jacks, get the old one out, and let's get this new one installed. I almost forgot, we need to do a sound test of how it sounds now with a stock exhaust with the FabSpeed headers. And take a look at the new key, by the way. I wrapped it in Tiffany blue because stripes and that. But let's start it up. That is gonna sound, that's loud already. So here we go then, the beginning of taking the old exhaust off, and I started with driving the car up onto some blocks as I can't fit the jack under it with the car as it is. But now with it up on jack stands, I could take off both the rear wheels and access the exhaust. It's off. Okay, so with both the wheels now off, we can get a really good look inside here at the previous exhaust. This is where we're going to be disconnecting it. We've got two bolts either side here, and these are the FabSpeed headers that we've got on. And then it runs up here, the section, back down there, and then we've got some exhaust hangers and bits and bobs at the back. I mean, hopefully this goes well. So I started with removing the two bolts that held the stock exhaust to the headers. These bolts were only a year old and they were pretty hard to get out. So it means we can now loosen up the bracket at the back. These two bolts here and another two up in there.
These were insanely difficult to break because the leverage is just not there at the top ones. They're insanely long, what the hell?
After those four bolts were out, I just had two rusty clamps that I had to loosen, and then the exhaust was ready to come out.
Come on. Oh Christ, that was literally nothing. Oh. Oh.
Oh, it's out. Bloody hell, that thing is heavy. All right, with the old one out, we can now put this exhaust hanger back in. Because the new exhaust is in bits, it's not just one solid piece. We should be able to just slot it all in. We can start taking the tips off the old exhaust, putting it on the new one, and then installing it. I think it's meant to go like this. No, it really wasn't meant to go like that, but it did take me a few good minutes to realise. Am I doing something wrong? Or does it go on the other way? Maybe I am doing. Maybe I'm being an idiot. Yeah, it goes on this way. That's embarrassing. Alright, they are all tight. That is the hanger back in. With the hanger on the car, it was time to try and take off the old exhaust tips to put them on the new exhaust, which went well. Oh, that's good. I had a little more success with the other bolt, but it's a shame that couldn't be said with the last two. Okay, these two bolts are melted, like they're destroyed to an oblivion. So I'm going to turn it over and try to drill through it. I did have a little bit of success using the drill, but as it was taking so long, I decided to stop faffing around and revert to type. Somehow I've now got to separate this. I guess hammer. Okay, there's that bit off. Why am I standing this way around? Yes. Yes. Exhaust tips. All right, here comes the exciting bit. I've got the two bits lined up down there. Let's start off by putting both of these on. Then we'll slowly start figuring it all out as we go along. Slides up and over and goes on there and then sits. Yeah, sits perfectly on that hanger. That took way longer than it needed to. I literally had to clamp it on together, and I've been here probably 45 minutes, no lie, just trying to do that up. At the start, I decided to loosely fit everything to make sure it all went in okay before tightening everything down, and this ended up being a very smart decision. Alright, the first bit of muffler is in.
How ridiculous does that look under there? And how sick is this?
Through that gap you can see Ninemeister.
This looks unreal.
But this is where things started to not be so unreal. You see, I was having a problem with the diameter of the new pipe and the old tips, and it was that they were the same size diameter, which of course meant it wouldn't slide over the top, and because of this, I wasn't able to finish the exhaust that day. So, as you know, the original exhaust tips don't fit on the new exhaust, and that was a big problem. And this was a big problem because without putting these on, I can't fit the rest of the exhaust. So, it's now a week later, and we have some new exhaust tips. Now, the guys over at Ninemeister, when I said the original tips didn't fit onto the new exhaust, were absolute legends, and they were like, look, that's absolutely fine, that's all bad, let's send you out some free exhaust tips. And they've not just sent me out any old exhaust tips, they've sent me out GT3 RS exhaust tips. Take a look at these, and they're fully titanium. They look unbelievable. So not only have they sent me out 2 of these GT3 RS tips, they've sent me out a fully welded titanium X pipe, which looks, oh my god, that looks unbelievable. And this also does add a little bit of horsepower as well. The exhaust gases now aren't coming from either side and clashing and bashing into each other. With the new X pipe, the exhaust gases flow, and they flow straight out the exhaust, so it adds a little bit of horsepower, takes away some of the back pressure. Let's get this installed. I've been so excited to get this on now. So we were back to installing the exhaust, and this time I was determined to get it on. But it wasn't all plain sailing, because when attaching it all together, we discovered that one of the pipes this time was a bit too long, and it had to be cut down so it would all line up. And with it all cut, it went on much better, which I was very pleased about.
Right, Josh.
You on?
We're pretty good at this, aren't we? On there.
Get gas, yes!
That's
right, that goes on there. Yeah, I reckon, to be honest, where your one is probably where we do it. When we do this side up, it wants to be lifted up slightly.
Yeah.
Because the right hand one is a bit lower.
Does it look good though?
Looks unreal. We did try and adjust the exhaust to get the tips perfectly straight, but with the little adjustments we could make quickly, it just wasn't getting there. So with us losing light, we decided for now it was good enough. So with it all tightened up...
See if that moves. Oh, mate, yeah!
That is solid, mate. Don't even need the other one. We chucked on the wheels and got ready for the first startup with the new exhaust. Will it sound as good as it looks? That's the question. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, ignition is on. You ready? Holy sh**. Oh my god! Nah. Oh my god! Genuinely, I might have the best sounding Cayman in the flipping world. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's nah. We gotta go out for a drive. We gotta go out for a drive. Oh,
We're going out.
we gotta go, right? We're going for a drive right now.
Oh, it's gonna sound mental.
Let's just see what it's like. I'm just cruising around town. That's mental.
It's not too bad when you.
If we can I put the windows up quick? Let's just see what it's like. Windows up. This is valves fully open because we've not connected the valves yet. We've run out of time. It is going to be a bit drony, isn't it? It is going to be a bit drony. With the valves, when we've connected them up though, we'll have to do that in a different video now. That will really take it and tone it down just for everyday driving. Should be good. It's all right at the minute.
Yeah, it's actually not.
But I'm barely on the throttle. Like I'm literally like letting it roll. Right, if I go manual, sport mode. I'm actually nervous to like do downshift. All right, we're getting out the village. Oh, that's third.
Go for it.
Oh my god!
That sounds mental.
What the hell have I done to my car? What, this has to be the best sounding car I've ever sat in. And it's f***ing mine. The burbles and the overrun. That's literally, that's not even 8k, that's 7k. I'm upshifting early.
That sounds unreal.
The shifts are so... You're shaking the... Oh my god! Oh my god!
That's actually mental.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That has to be the best thing I've ever driven!
That's mental.
The red line!
This is crazy. I did not think it was going to sound like this at all. Are you happy?
Honestly, oh Jesus Christ, that is better than I ever imagined. Mate, I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't know what to say. That is just, I've literally lost my voice. Just stretch my legs.
We've done a madness.
We've actually done disgusting things. Like, it's honestly, it's that loud now to the point where like you do not want to rag this around neighbourhoods because it will just piss people off on another level and actually scare them. Like, I don't want to piss people off, but when you're in the countryside, no houses around, no people around, that's when I'd open the valves and just send it. I think we're going to end the video here as it's getting dark and you can probably barely even see me. So I appreciate you guys for watching and thank you to Ninemeister for making this car the best sounding Cayman in the world. Honestly, I have no doubt about that. That is the best sounding thing I've ever heard. Ninemeister, all their links are in the description. Check them out on Instagram, socials. Jesus Christ. Yeah, voice is gone. Adrenaline has been at a high. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Connor for helping sort this because Jesus Christ, it is mental. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.